Henry Ford gave the world freedom on wheels. But that wasn't the full story. In part one, we saw how he built an empire. Now, we uncover what that empire was really built on.
Before Ford, cars were built by hand. One worker, one part, one step at a time. Slow, expensive, limited. In 1913, he introduces the moving assembly line. Instead of workers moving to the car moves to the workers. Each person performs a single task, over and over. Precise, repetitive, relentless. Production time for a Model T drops from over 12 hours to just 90 minutes. It was unprecedented. Factories became faster, cheaper, more efficient. Ford didn't just change cars, he changed how everything was made. This system would define modern industry. The assembly line wasn't just efficient, it was exhausting. Workers stood in place, repeating the same motion hundreds of times a day. No creativity, no variation, just rhythm, like a machine. Turnover rates skyrocketed. People quit, again and again. So Ford makes another shocking move. In 1914, he announces a $5 a day wage, doubling the average salary overnight. It sounds generous, revolutionary, almost heroic. But there's a catch. Workers had to live a certain way. Ford created a sociological department. Inspectors visited workers' homes, checking cleanliness, behavior, even personal lives. Drink too much? You're out. Live improperly? You're out. Ford wasn't just paying workers, he was controlling them, trying to create the perfect employee, the perfect citizen. And suddenly, that generous wage didn't feel so free. Henry Ford wasn't just an industrialist, he was deeply opinionated. In the 1920s, Ford publishes a newspaper called the Dearborn Independent. Through it, he spreads conspiracy theories, anti-Semitic ideas, blaming Jewish communities for global problems. The publication gains attention and criticism. Worldwide backlash grows. Eventually, Ford is forced to apologize, but the damage is done. His ideas even influence figures in Europe, including dangerous political movements. By the 1920s, Ford dominates the auto industry. The Model T is everywhere. Over 15 million units sold. It becomes more than a car. It becomes a symbol of freedom, of progress, of America. But success can blind you, and Ford refuses to change. Competitors begin evolving. New designs, better comfort, more style, especially from General Motors. They introduce choice, colors, upgrades, status. Meanwhile, Ford keeps saying, "You can have any color as long as it's black." It wasn't just a joke, it was philosophy. Efficiency over individuality, control over creativity. And slowly, customers move on. Sales decline. Then finally, in 1927, he stops production of the Model T. The factory shuts down. For months, workers are laid off. Everything pauses to make room for something new. The Model A fresh start. But the damage? Already done. Ford is no longer the uncontested king. As years pass, Ford becomes more rigid, more controlling. He resists unions, clashes with workers, even uses force against labor movements. The Battle of the Overpass in 1937 becomes a symbol of this tension. Inside the company, power struggles begin, especially with his own son, Edsel Ford. Edsel represents change, modern thinking, design. But Henry? He resists. And the tension between father and son grows until Edsel's death in 1943, a moment that shakes Ford deeply. Henry Ford dies in 1947 at 83, a man who transformed the world. yet remained deeply controversial. Today, Ford Motor Company still stands, a global giant. Millions of vehicles, a legacy that shaped modern transportation. The assembly line, still used everywhere, from cars to electronics to food. His vision? It worked. But the irony? The man who wanted to build cars for freedom created systems that limited human freedom. The man who simplified the world was anything but simple himself. Because history doesn't deal in heroes or villains, only stories. And Henry Ford's story is one of both, a pioneer and a paradox. He didn't just build a car, he built a system that changed the world forever. But like every great machine, it had its flaws, and those flaws are still moving with us today.
Like the video. Share it with someone who loves cars, or someone who thinks they already know these stories. Because sometimes, the most familiar names hide the most unexpected truths. And until the next story, stay curious.